There's been plenty of talk about Sentinels and just their turnaround in a general sense from the end of 2023 up until now. So, is Sentinels back? Are they really back?
Yeah, I think Sentinels is back.
Hey guys, this is Patrone back with another interview covering VCT Americas kickoff for week 2. I'm here accompanied by Zekken of Sentinels, who are just coming off of a resounding 2-1 victory over Leviatan to progress to the play-in stage of said competition. So Zekken, like I said before, thank you so much for taking the time, and congrats on taking down such a well-revered team in Leviatan in a series in that fashion. So
Thank
just covering your headspace, what's going through your mind? What are you feeling right now?
you. Feeling good. I'm happy with how the team played overall. Happy with how I played as well, and just trying to get ready for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, for sure, and yeah, getting specifically starting off when covering the series into the third map, the final round, because it was a display where it was just basically Sentinels at its peak. Good coordination, good teamwork, and just finishing the series in such a resounding fashion. Can you walk me through that final round and how that kind of happened? Because we saw Tens, blocking the entire Leviathan team just in at the start of it.
Mhm. Um, Tyson's ult was absolutely huge there in that last round. As I did end up getting 3 kills, but I think his ult is what really won us the game. He got so much info there and was so annoying, like flashing them, body blocking them. He allowed Zelsis to get a kill at the start, and then with his info, because I knew where they were, I could rocket them, and he flashed them, and it was very nicely coordinated. But just trying to play with Tyson's utility there because he got such good info for us. I think that's how we were able to do it.
Yeah, and do it. You guys exactly did, and so, but even so, there was a time in which the Leviathan was in the midst of a comeback, right before you guys then took that momentum away to your favor. And first off, what do you think went wrong for the team during that kind of stretch, where it was possible that maybe this could have gone to overtime, and also what kind of made that turnaround happen for you guys in your favor?
I think Valorant's so momentum based, and the first round they won on attack was a big round where we used ults and they used ults, and they came out on top. So I think that gave them a lot of momentum, and that's what allowed them to get I think it was like 3 or 4 rounds in a row on us. But we called a timeout and just reset, and we just had some good resilience there to win right after the timeout, and we just kind of kept it going until the end.
What kind of things did Kaplan say to the team during that time? Because of course that happened after Leviathan put the margin up to 1. So what kind of things were said during that time?
Um, He was saying that they got a lot of, or like the rounds they got were from the snowball effect of winning the round where we used all the ults. He said, keep confidence in the game plan, keep confidence in each other, keep making plans, keep working together. And I think it was a nice moment for him. It definitely got me a little bit hyped up, a little bit motivated to go. And I think it did the same for the rest of the team. So it was definitely a great time out by Kaplan there, Kaplan and Drew too.
Of course. And now looking at to the rest of the entire series, it was a pretty much a back and forth fashion with the first map obviously going to your favor in such a dominating way, 13-3 in split. But then on Breeze with their map pick, they kind of returned the favor, 13-6. And so, for you in particular, as the duelist of the team, how were you able to just maintain your focus and just maintain your level of performance throughout those first two maps all the way into map 3?
Um, I mean, I was shooting pretty well today. I just had to keep, the idea in my head of playing my role as a duelist. I got to make space for my team. I got to get kills for my team. I've got some of the best support players in the world behind me, and I've got, another crazy duelist in Tyson on that bind. So just being able to play with my teammates' utility and sticking to the game plan and trying to be a good duelist. That's just all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you've been doing throughout this entire run for Sentinels in this competition. As a duelist, you have been distinguishing yourself as one of the best players in the league, stat-wise and just individual-wise. And I remember this conversation we had last year and how the team has been supporting you as the duelist in the mid-stretch of that year. And I want to see how you compare that with this team, because of course new roster, new lineup, new IGL, new all of that jazz, new roles for particular players. So how do you compare, you working with this lineup compared to how it was back then?
Um, I would say it's very similar actually. Not much has changed despite new players coming in and yeah, a new year. Um, they're still doing the best they can to support me, helping me learn this role. And as I'm slowly learning, I'm slowly getting better. And this year, I'm putting up some good numbers, but I got to hold myself to a higher standard than that. Even if I'm playing good, there's always stuff to work on, always mistakes I got to fix. So it's just day by day having the same mindset. I got to keep getting better. I got to keep learning. I think that's what's allowing me to play a bit better this year.
How have you viewed your performance against these teams in the group stage? Because of course, there was plenty of hype and also uncertainty as to how, Sentinels and also the other teams within this group named or title nicknamed Group of Death was going to fare. But how did you view the team's overall showing against the likes of Leviatan, Loud, and also 100 Thieves? From like the start up until now.
I think I think against Loud we were pretty shaky. I would say that's the one series that I think we personally played bad in. Obviously we lost 0-2, but I think we were capable of winning that match if we were playing better that day. But there were small mistakes and small mindset things that were holding us back. And I think we had a good job of having the resilience to kind of come back from that and then play well against 100 Thieves. And then the same case here, we lost map 2 going into map 3. It's kind of like, oh, they got all the momentum, but really good resilience from the team, especially John and his calling. I always try and compliment John on his calling. He's a very calm caller, and no matter how bad the situation might be, he's always calm, keeps the team kind of cool and collected together. So I got to give a lot of credit to him too. But I think the team overall, we just have a lot of good resilience. We can come out and play bad against Loud, but come into the next two series and kind of just be better than we were before. So I'm really proud of us for that.
Yeah, I want to ask you about John's IGLing, and of course, I've had this similar. I've covered this topic with some of your teammates, before the start of this season. But how have you viewed, John's IGLing when it relates to just him helping facilitate you and as the duelist and just having to seize the initiative, from the outset of a given round?
I've got a lot of confidence in his calling. I think one thing that's helping me, just as a duelist, that's this, what's it called? It goes with him and his calling is having a lot of confidence in his calls. When he says he has a play or he says there's something he wants me to do, I always believe in it and I try and do it as best as I can. And if I have that confidence, usually it works out. So he definitely activates me in that regard, and I think the whole team as well. I think everyone has the same kind of feeling as me when John calls something for them or he has a play that has them involved, it gives them a lot of confidence, makes them like feel like they can really go out and do it and get kills or have a good piece of util or anything. So I think just the whole team, we have a lot of confidence in John's callings. We really believe in him as a caller, and when he calls stuff for us, it makes us really confident.
Yeah, and he had 42 kills on the race, specifically during this series, and it just continues your good performance on that agent in particular, with that being responsible for a good extent as to your current performance so far in this tournament. How have you viewed your showing on the agent so far this year, and how where do you stand compared to the other duelists when it comes to that agent specifically also?
Uh, I think I'm a good raise. I don't know. I'm not I don't. I think I'm a bit biased if I compare myself to other people. But there's a lot of great raises out there, and there's a lot of great raises better than me. But I'm just trying to play my role. Raise is a character I feel very confident on. I think it frees me up to do a lot of stuff, and you can see that in my play. But that's definitely a character that I'm very confident on. And when we get raise maps, I'm very happy.
Would you say you're the best, Raise?
I can never be able to say that. Someone else got to say that on me.
Alright, I see, I see. And now looking into the play-in stage, you guys gonna be facing on the likes of MIBR and then also the winner of G2 Crew, both of which are good in their own right. So, what are your thoughts on just on the team as it now tries to fight their way to semis through the play-in stage and the opponents that you guys have in front of you?
Um, Team's feeling good. We just had two good wins, and we've got some good momentum going into the play-in stage. I'm not. really one to care too much about who's on the other side. You know, I just try and play who's in front of me. I try and respect all my opponents the same. So we, you know, we're gonna come in prepped. We're gonna come in ready. I think we'll be good in this plan.
There's been plenty of talk about Sentinels and just their turnaround in a general sense from the end of 2023 up until now. So, is Sentinels back? Are they really back?
Yeah, I think Sentinel will be back.
Right, perfect, perfect. All right, then, Zekken, really appreciate you taking the time, just answering all
Thank
my
you.
questions and doing this interview. Really appreciate it, and best of
Of
luck
course.
goes to you for the future.
Thank you, man. Really appreciate it.